Hello, everyone. Yeah, it seems that this Lost Dater uh, has 50 attack, 70 accuracy, and 20 crit. Now, the Barbarian Sword, that's actually only a 50 difference from the Barbarian Sword. And it gives agility instead of strength. So honestly, that's a very neat addition to the run. Because the Black Mage isn't going to deal as much damage at any point in this run with the Barbarian Sword. And so the difference is pretty minor, but having that additional agility for running away is probably a significant difference. Also, it has a crit chance increase, which means that the mage might make up the damage. So, that's very, very neat. I would want to do more testing with it. Generally, you shouldn't have to refresh anymore on Twitch. You should just have to press play and unpause play. So they're both moving through these caverns. Ausabe is currently is just saved before the cockatrice encounter. Very interesting. So now we have the warp cube and the ribbon. The ribbon is actually the only instance of us duplicating a piece of equipment that we achieve in the run. So basically what happens is we take the ribbon and we turn it into a giant's axe. The giant's axe then we can use to dupe ribbon onto the shield slot for everyone. So up till now we haven't equipped anything into our shield slot, and there's a very good reason why. Basically, whenever the game blocks with a shield, it tries to call up a shield menu. Now we can't actually create, a shield animation, not a menu. Now we can't actually create that animation if it's not a shield, but for some reason the ribbon does have an animation assigned to it, or at least it has an animation that the game can pull up so as not to crash when it blocks. So lucky us, we get access to the ribbon, which gives us protection from a bunch of elements, including insta-death. Now our final side quest is to get the wind chime, which we need access to the flying fortress. We have the warp cube to get up into the flying fortress, but we need the wind chime to be able to even see the Mirage Tower. And inside the Mirage Tower is a teleport up into it. And yes, Final Fantasy speedruns, there should be quite a few on this channel over the next 3 weeks. I think we have about a 32-ish person tournament that we're in group stages, so there's about 16 matches a week for the next 3 weeks, and then we're going to have a double elimination tournament. So if you like Final Fantasy, then stay tuned to Speed Gaming, to twitch.tv/Speed Gaming. Make sure that you follow the channel so that you can watch plenty of Final Fantasy 1 speedruns. Obviously, if you want to see more speedruns, you can follow any of the racers, including myself. I'm both a racer, a restreamer, and a commentator for the tournament. A lot of these runners do other speedruns. Some of them don't stream that often, other than for this tournament. But hey, you should always support runners. You can type an ! Runners to get access straight to their channels. Obviously, you can also support Speed Gaming, the channel itself, if you so desire. I still like this Lost Data strat, by the way. I can't get over how cool this is. It's enough to kill all of the random encounters. It gives the Black Mage the more agility than everyone else. It seems like such a cool strat. It makes me want to look at other weapons that you could get late game. So cool. Yeah, that town is notorious for NPCs that refuse to move out of the way. It's kind of the worst for it, which is why we teleport out of the city instead of just walking out the north exit. This walk is actually my least favorite. These Minotaur zombies are just, you can get so many of them. They're a common encounter here. You can see them like a lot. Luckily, there's this little section here where we can canoe over this lake, which is very useful. Because that lake has a lower encounter rate than the forest around it. Not as low as this desert, though, where I very, very rarely see an encounter. But you can, in fact, get encounters there. T-Rex is a rare one that you can get from that, or just in that forest northwest of that lake. We're going to see if Nehbless is going to get blocked by... And there it is! So, him moving away from that NPC is actually not smart. NPCs will move faster and check more often when you're trying to move into the square they're on. Now the problem is they can still try to move into walls, but at least they'll try faster. No T-Rexes, one Iron Golem. We've seen one Iron Golem and one War Mech. 0 T-Rexes. So I believe that we've seen all the any percent encounters that you see, except that. Yeah, Nehbless has had a very, very bad walk to and from. Lots of Minotaur zombies. So he actually went into this section pretty far ahead, but Ausabe is currently in the lead. And see, like now I'm both like looking at these streams. So this dungeon that Ausabe is in is actually very easy. There's very few encounters that can kill you, except for on the 5th floor. We all know that encounter can kill you. But for the most part, it's just a high encounter rate, but very straightforward dungeon. So we are just continuing through this dungeon. Luckily, there's like no unrunnables in this dungeon, except for Evil Eye. No War Met for Ausabe. Nehbless is just getting trolled by these encounters, but they're still neck and neck. Ausabe using haste there, completely unnecessary. Although maybe that's part of the reason why he picked Lost Dagger. Because that looked like he was very confident that was there to go first, and that is a very confident first round. I really have to compliment Ausabe for his strategy here. It's very cool. Nehbless getting ambushed now. Getting one step out of the teleporter encounter by the looks of it. This is not being his run. Or not being his late game for sure. Both of them unfortunately are out of the sub 130 range for sure. Another ambush for Nehbless. Just wants to finish the game, guys. And now Ausabe has nothing else left to do but to go to the Chaos Shrine. And is there. I mean, they may as well be neck to neck right now. Ausabe still, like, there's a lot of encounters. So the most dangerous part of this dungeon is the first 6 rooms, basically. They have the most dangerous encounters and the most unrunnable encounters. They're going to spend a lot of time going to Death Eye and then backtracking through the other half of floors 1, 2, and 3. This dungeon is separated basically into 2 sections, which is floor 1, 2, and 3, where you play the loot, which gives you access to the basement of the Chaos Shrine. The basement has themed floors to the elemental chaoses, which you will have to refight. Sorry about that, guys. My distorted streamer mode does not work for some reason. So again, cast in haste. I wouldn't say Ausabe has this in a bait. Ausabe is using a very interesting strat. Like, for example, I'm not sure the purpose of cast in haste there. As you can see, these green dragons are actually pretty dangerous. If he attacked with the Lost Dagger, he might have been able to kill there. I still am loving it though. Like this strat is so cool because it seems like the black mage is always going first, and that means you always get haste. So there's something about this strat that I absolutely love. I love that it definitely has some thought to it. But I legitimately might add this into my strat because it's so cool. So Ice Gigas, Winter Wolf, and they go down. Someone in that party knows how to play loot. It's olden times. Of course somebody knows how to play a loot. Also, I'd like to point out that Nehbless and Ausabe are basically one floor apart right now. They are extremely close to each other. This is the final floor that could have White Dragon ambush. So White Dragons are far... Oh! I guess because Ausabe had saved just before that point, thought it would just be faster to reset there. So, I mean, didn't lose that much time, and this time gets the White Dragon counter, but can run from it. So, Nehbless pulling slightly ahead, but has to fight dragon zombies, which are a pain to fight. Yeah, see, even with that dagger instead, that dagger is really, really powerful. Oh no, sorry, Nehbless was a floor behind still. My bad. But they are extremely close right now. I have 45-second difference. What? No, they're neck and neck right now. They were neck and neck when I said that. Ausabe had to do a slightly larger menu because of the damage. Oh, one step away from getting off this floor. But runs away thanks to the Lost Dagger. Earth Elementals are unrunnable encounter on this floor. Basically, on the next 3 floors, Elementals are unrunnable. So, with the exception of the Kraken floor, again, if there's a Naga, the encounter is run. Ausabe is just getting ambushed hard in these fights. Luckily, Clay and Stone Golems are not a big worry. Nehbless is slightly ahead, like in his timers. So whenever you see that Nehbless is ahead, you have to think 7 seconds. It's just a stream delay. For whatever reason, Nehbless is a lot closer to real time than Ausabe is. And we get like the best boss music in the game. Oh, I don't know. Chaos might be better. Nehbless gets another elemental encounter. Ausabe is now on the Fire Chaos floor. Ausabe again, 2 encounters, both of them runnable. Moving on to the Merilith fight. See, this is where this strategy kind of breaks apart, is when that Black Mage doesn't go first. I mean, with the stream delay, they're probably tied, honestly. Like, they are literally neck and neck right now. Both stuck in an unrunnable. But Nehbless has to cast a Flare, which will take a significantly longer amount of time. The 127.58 is when Ausabe entered that door. I mean, they're like neck and neck. But remember that anytime they're neck and neck, Ausabe is in the lead. Oh, and Ausabe has to do a fight now. Okay, so 128.55 is when Nehbless killed Kraken. Yeah, haste going off first is a huge deal, actually. Looks like he's going to be about 20-30 seconds behind. Yeah, looks like he's 30 seconds behind right now. Oh, Nehbless is having a really bad Tiamat. Oh, it's fine now. Nehbless, or Ausabe actually goes almost straight into Tiamat, too. The fight went so poorly. Well, normally you don't die in that fight. That was actually a really, really bad Tiamat. And that is that encounter down. So this is where this Lost Dagger came in handy. The Lost Dagger let Ausabe definitely get the haste off before the Thief attacked. That is a 100% calculated thought process. Now, I don't necessarily think the Lost Dagger is a faster strat, but it definitely made sense for these last fights. And he actually just... no, this is the fight where that would make the most sense to have. So now I don't even understand why we have the Lost Dagger. So I totally thought the Lost Dagger was a setup to make this fight better. They are basically entering the Chaos fight at the exact same time. So 131.31 is the enter time for Nehbless. So they're like 4 seconds apart. Right, I just assumed that that he was doing that explicitly so that he could get faster agility and haste onto the ninja. Yeah, his ninja has a crap ton of health, actually, I just noticed. So that's going to save him a bit of time. He's actually going to get an extra attack in here. I'd actually be very curious to know the stats on Lost Dater versus like having a faster Black Mage here and getting the additional haste attacks in. So they're both Blaze. This is literally down to the wire. They both look like they're on a skill cycle. They both have 2 haste. Nehbless is a turn ahead with his 3rd haste already on his Black Mage. So now all 3 hastes, they're about a turn apart. Now, again, there's about a turn difference between these 2 runners in just time. Tsunami lands up for Nehbless. So his Chaos is definitely on the full skill cycle. Ausabe gets away with an attack instead of a skill. So his party is fully healed up for the 2 strongest stats. Nehbless has a little bit of a delay there. This is going to be extremely close. They're both on the same part of the skill cycle. And I now know who won. And it is Nehbless. 6 seconds apart. Or even less on their timers. So 2 133 XXs, guys. 2 133s. That's GG. Thank you everyone for stopping in. Don't forget to follow the runners. You can type in !runners to watch this race. There will be more races on this channel, so make sure that you follow this channel. I'll probably be back on this channel tomorrow or later tonight. Not sure which one to cast more of these races because I am having actually a ridiculous amount of fun. This is honestly my favorite speedrun that I run, and I run quite a few right now, but I love this speedrun a lot. And it's not just because I won my first round in the tournament, although I did, and that's awesome. Thank you so much everyone for watching. There is another race right now going on another channel, so I'm definitely going to link you over there.